Hello students, this is Vinay sir, your mathematics teacher. Once again, I welcome you all to the online class organized by Alchemy School. In the introduction parts, we all have discussed what are the polygons, what are the different parts of polygons, and what are the different types of polygon. Then after we discussed what is quadrilateral, what are the different parts of quadrilateral, and what are the different types of quadrilateral. Today we all are going to see here, today we all are going to take the first exercise of chapter number 3, that is exercise 3.1. So let's see the question number 1 of exercise 3.1. The first question is, given here are some figures and classify each of them on the basis of the followings. Some figures are given here and we have to classify these figures into given categories, and the categories are simple curve, simple closed curve, polygons, convex polygon and concave polygon. So students, first of all we have to understand how we can categorize the given figure in these categories. So we have to understand these terms first. Okay. So what are the simple curve? What are the simple curve? So if we have a figure that can be made without lifting the pen and it does not cross anywhere, such figure is considered as simple curve. If we have a figure that can be made without lifting the pen and it does not cross anywhere, such figures are considered as simple curve. Second is simple closed curve. We all have seen what is simple curve. So if we have a simple curve that is closed, such figure is considered as simple closed curve. Okay. Then after the polygons, if a figure is completely made by the line segments, such figure is considered as polygons. Convex polygon, where all the interior angles are less than 180 degree, such figures are considered as convex polygon. Concave polygon, at least one angle should be more than 180 degree. Let's observe the figure and decide which figure is a simple curve and which is not. So when we observe the first figure, can we say that this figure can be made without lifting the pen? So yes, this figure can be made without lifting the pen and it does not cross anywhere. So this is a simple curve. So we can write here figure 1 is a simple curve. The same thing applies for the next figure also. So the next figure is also a simple curve. When we observe the third figure, can we make this figure without lifting a pen? So no, it is not possible to make this figure without lifting a pen. So this is not a simple curve. When we observe this figure, we can make this figure without lifting the pen, but we can see the sides of the figure are crossing to each other. So this is not a simple curve. Okay, so this is also not a simple curve. When we observe the fifth number, so yes, it is a simple curve because we can make this figure without lifting the pen and it does not cross anywhere. So figure number 5 is also a simple curve. When we observe the next number, so yes, it is also a simple curve. So this is also a simple curve. When we observe the next number 7, can we make this figure without lifting the pen? So yes, it can be made, and we can see the parts of the curve are not crossing to each other anywhere. So this is also a simple curve. So we can write here figure number 7 is also a simple curve. When we observe the 8th figure, it is also not a simple curve because when we are going to make this figure without lifting the pen, the parts of the figure cross somewhere. Okay, so you can try to make it. So we can see this is not a simple curve. Okay, already we have seen. So we can see the figure number 1, figure 2, figure 5, figure 6 and 7. These figures are the simple curve. So now when we observe the second category, we have to find the figures which are simple closed curve. It means the figure should be closed and the figure should be simple curve. So already we have seen the simple curves are, this is the simple curve, this is also the simple curve, this is also the simple curve, this is also the simple curve, and okay, we have to find the figures which are closed. So this is also a closed figure. Closed figure means the figure should not have the end point. Okay, so this is also a closed figure. This is also a closed figure. This is also a closed figure. This is also a closed figure, and this is also a closed figure. So the answer will be same. First figure, second figure, fifth figure, sixth figure, and seventh figure. These are the simple closed curve. Okay. When we observe the next figure, we have to examine the polygons. Okay. Already we have discussed about the polygons. The polygon is a figure that is completely made by line segments. Okay. So we can see here, this is a polygon. Yes, it is a polygon. This is also a polygon, but this is not a polygon. This is also a polygon. This is not a polygon. This is not a polygon. This is also not a polygon, and this is also not a polygon. So we have here figure 1, figure 2, and figure 4 as polygon. So we can write here figure 1, figure 2, and figure 4. So these are the polygons. Now the next we are going to discuss about convex polygon. Okay, convex polygon means where all the angles should be less than 180 degree. So when we observe the first figure, in this figure this angle is more than 180 degree. So this is not a convex polygon. When we observe this next polygon, so here these all angles are less than 180 degree. So it is a convex polygon. So we can write here figure 2. Okay. When we observe the next figure, in this figure this is a polygon. But when we observe these angles, these angles, these angles, these angles, and these angles are more than 180 degree. So this is also not a convex polygon. Okay. So here we have only one polygon that is convex, that is figure 2. When we talk about concave polygon, so we can see in the first figure we have one reflex angle. So this is, first figure is a concave polygon. In the next figure is a convex, and in the fourth figure we can see it has many angles which are more than 180 degree. So this is also a concave polygon. So we can mark it here. So angle 4 is also a concave polygon. So students, we all have seen here about what are the simple curve, what are the simple closed curve, what are the polygons, what are the convex polygon, and what are the concave polygon. Okay. The next question of exercise 3.1 we are going to take, that is question number 2. How many diagonals does each of the following have? Okay. So if we have a convex quadrilateral, how many diagonals it contains? If we have a regular hexagon, how many diagonals it contains? And if we have a triangle, how many diagonals it contains? Okay. So let's see. So students, when we have a convex quadrilateral, whether it is convex or concave, it always contains two diagonals. Okay. But it is given here about convex quadrilateral. So we can see a quadrilateral which has all the interior angle less than 180 degree, that is considered as convex quadrilateral. So it contains always two diagonals. Okay. So here we can write two diagonals. Okay. The next figure is regular hexagon. So let's make a hexagon first. So this is a hexagon. We can see how many diagonals we can make here. So this is one diagonal. This is one diagonal, 1 and 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. We can make more diagonals. This is 1, this is 2 and this is 3. So 1, 2 and 3. 3 and 3, 6 diagonals we have made here. Okay. Now we will observe, can we make more diagonals? So yes, it is a diagonal, it is also a diagonal, and it is also a diagonal. So totally we are making here 9 diagonals. So we can write here we can make 9 diagonals. When we talk about a triangle, so this is a triangle, can we make any diagonal here? So no, we cannot make any diagonal here in a triangle. Okay, so a triangle does not have any diagonal. Now the next question is question number 3. What is the sum of angles of a convex quadrilateral? Will this property hold if the quadrilateral is not a convex? So students, already we all have discussed sum of the angles of a quadrilateral is always remain same whether it is convex and concave and it is 360 degree. So we can write here the sum of angles in a convex quadrilateral is 360 degree and it is same if the quadrilateral is not a convex. Okay, so students, it is clear here the sum of the angles of quadrilateral whether it is convex or not a convex. So students, it is clear the sum of the angles for a convex quadrilateral is always 360 degree and sum of the quadrilateral which is not a convex, that is also 360 degree. Okay, so practice for these questions. When we meet again, then we will take some more questions from the same exercise. Till then, keep practicing, keep learning, stay safe and stay at home. Thank you so much.